Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this concept of intra-workout nutrition because some people brought it up in the comments of the videos I made yesterday. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Okay, the topic came up of using branched chain amino acids immediately pre-workout or as intra-workout nutrition. And the whole idea behind this seems to be to reduce catabolism or reduce muscle breakdown during your resistance training. Now, as most of what I cover is strength training or resistance training on my channel in some form or another, I don't really want to touch upon the endurance aspect because, yeah, there is data out there that intra-workout and pre-workout nutrition is more critical for endurance work, particularly for retaining muscle mass while doing endurance work. But most people who are going to watch my channel are not serious endurance athletes. They're not doing tons and tons of cardio or endurance work. They might be doing a bit, but not enough to where it's really a real concern here that you guys aren't going to be able to retain the muscle mass that you're gaining, since most of your training is going to be strength related. But what people seem to forget, and even people who are training fasted, and I train fasted in the morning, what people need to realize is that a 16 or 18 hour intermittent fast is not true fasting. You're still absorbing fat, you're still absorbing protein, things like that that you've consumed the day before easily at the end of your fasted window before you feed. And accordingly, you are still absorbing branched chain amino acids. They're still in your GI tract, they're still slowly being absorbed. There's still a bit left in there from the food you ate yesterday. If you ate a steak yesterday for lunch, the next morning when you're training fasted, you are still absorbing amino acids and branched chain amino acids from that steak. There's still a trickle there. And the other thing that people seem to forget is that once you're training, you're not absorbing very much from your GI tract while you're training or for a while after you train. Your body reduces blood flow to your GI tract. It is harder for you to absorb things. This is one of the problems with this post-workout recovery shake bullshit that got pulled on us a number of years back and hit the mainstream due to bad research by the supplement companies. The reality is you're simply not going to get that much of the nutritional value of anything that you eat immediately before you train or while you train or even immediately after for a good period of time after you train. It's going to be a few hours before you can really absorb most of it. And it will be the same with things that you're taking right there in the middle of your training. You'll get a bit of it, but you're not going to get huge amounts. You're not going to get the full amount of what you consume there. And if you were to take BCAAs at that point, it's not really going to be much more than you're already getting that trickle absorption through the GI tract already. You're not really going to see what you think is going to happen. Number two, why in the world would you want to prevent catabolism or muscle breakdown while you are training? That is a necessary part of the growth process. And as your body goes catabolic from the training and you cause micro traumas and damage to the muscle tissue fibers as a result of training, your body responds with an appropriate amount of anabolic response after the workout. And we know from research and long-term studies that the more catabolic hormones and the more tissue trauma that you seem to induce in the contractile proteins during your training, the more muscle you gain over time, the more you adapt. And so therefore, if you're taking something to blunt that effect during your actual training, as if you really could, but we're assuming hypothetically that this stuff actually would work. The problem is that you may actually reduce the benefits of your training. You may be causing yourself more harm than good at that point as far as achieving your goals. So again, this is a case of people worrying about things and spending money on new products and ideas and all this marketed bullshit that comes out and wasting time and energy on things that aren't really going to matter or help them get their results. This is a concept that's been designed to basically sell you products that you don't really need. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you next time.